Hey, what's going on out there? Welcome to today's segment of Straight No Chaser, where I talk to you about different topics that are going on in today's society, whether it's related to politics, sports, entertainment, you name it. I talk about it. I give you my opinion, straight no chaser. Just like when you go down to your favorite watering hole and have a drink, I give it to you unfiltered. It's coming fast, it's coming hard. So today I want to talk to you about Donald Trump's inauguration performance. Right now, he's having a very, very difficult time getting people to commit to performing for him. Um, from what I've been seeing online and some of the other reports, the A-listers are staying away from this, rightfully so, for whatever reason they choose. But right now, they're having a difficult time getting people to perform. As I looked online at some of the people who were reportedly to have been Trump supporters, I'm looking at this list of people who were, at one point in time, celebrities or influential people. I'm looking at this list and I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously, as I'm looking at some of these people I thought were even dead, let alone significant nowadays. But I want to go through some of the list of people who, by all accounts, are to have allegedly supported Donald Trump and see what you think, or give you my thoughts, I should say, about some of the people who were Trump supporters. Well, we all know that Tom Brady and Robert Kraft, the New England Patriots, are Trump supporters. They've shared their views, or their views have been spread. But let's look at some of the other people who are alleged to have supported Donald Trump. Let's look. What about? Let's look at Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the Hulkster hasn't been right since he was found out to be using stuff other than vitamins and prayers to get himself going. But you know what? I'd like to see Hulk Hogan at the Trump inauguration. See him walk out there, do the ear thing, put his ear up, get the crowd rocking, flexing a little bit. Hit him with the Donald Trump, come on out here, brother. Let me talk to your brother. I'd pay to see that because it's a train wreck waiting to happen. Oh gosh, let's look at some other people. John Voight. Okay, seriously, I thought he was on his way to die. I didn't think he was dead, but I thought this guy was already on his way to dying. I read somewhere that he was gonna die, or I don't know. But when was the last time John Voight was significant? He's another Trump supporter. He's actually confirmed. I did read that he's confirmed to be supporting Donald Trump. More power to him. Everybody needs that check. So I'm interested to see what he does at Trump's inauguration. Dennis Rodman and Donald Trump. Now, let me tell you this. I don't want to see what happens at the inauguration. If Dennis were to come out and support Donald Trump, what I'm telling you is I want to go to the after party. Dennis Rodman and Donald Trump, do you know the amount of Uzi grabbing that's going to be going on at the after party? You know what? I wouldn't buy tickets to the inauguration, but hey, put my name on the VIP list for the after party because I think that's a shit show waiting to happen. Gary Busey, you know what? I thought this man had died at least twice. Seriously. Who? Raise your hand out there if you knew that Gary Busey was still alive. I'll wait. Yeah. Gary Busey, you know what? God bless that brother. If you can get Gary Busey to come out, I know he's been allegedly reported to have supported Donald Trump, but if you can get Gary Busey to come out, it's gonna be something that's gonna be off the rails. It's just only a matter of time. Oh gosh, let's look at some other people. Kid Rock. Okay, you know what? Kid Rock, he can get out there and rock a crowd a little bit. He can sing Cowboy about 6 or 7 times and get the people going. Again, he's another one that was on the irrelevant list, and I'm like, okay, when was the last time the Kid Rock was worth anything? But hey, more power to that man. God bless that man's ministry. If I'm looking at Kid Rock as my headliner, then already I know I've got a bad card that I'm putting out there. Let's see. Another Trump supporter. This would shock me. Scott Baio. Really? Chachi? You know what? Scott Baio hasn't been relevant since Joni Loves Chachi. However, gotta love Scott Baio for coming out. Hey, he's now put his name out there. He's now relevant after being irrelevant for like the last, 20 plus years. But you know what? If Chachi's coming, you know what? Sign me up. I used to love Happy Days and Joni Loves Chachi. Yeah, it is what it is, but if Scott Baio's going to be there, I got to kick the tires and see what's going on. Ted Nugent. You know what? Again, I throw this in the Gary Busey file of shit show waiting to happen. If Ted Nugent is going to be there, this place is going to go off the freaking rails in no time soon. Sign me up. I'm there. Tila Tequila. Now Tila Tequila is funny because now she's Miss America, or I should say, if you look at photos of her, she wears the neo-Nazi armband, and she's supposedly a Trump supporter, and is alleged to have had some ties to white supremacist or nationalist groups. I can't confirm, but looking at the picture, she does have a Nazi, a neo-Nazi armband on her left arm. But if you need some eye candy, she's there. I'm sure guys will be rallying around her. And again, if she's going to be at that after party with Dennis Rodman, Donald Trump, Gary Busey, yeah, sign me up. I can't wait for that shit show to come to the station. Kanye West. Now, you know what? I go back and forth on Kanye. And the reason why I go back and forth on Kanye is because I think Kanye, while he might be a little bit off his rocker, I think Kanye can bring a certain level of unexpectedness. We think that Kanye may get in there and be pro-Trump, and then he may say something like Donald Trump hates white people, or he doesn't support, black people. He doesn't support black people. With Kanye's unpredictability, you know what? You got to give him a shot at it. Now, one guy who I'm not shocked who supports Donald Trump is Bobby Knight. Now, let me say this about Coach Knight. Bobby Knight and Donald Trump, as I look at this picture, Coach Knight is well into the 60s, possibly 70s. I know Donald Trump is up there. Right now, as you look at this picture of Bobby Knight and Donald Trump, that is 140, 130, 140 plus years of just misery. These are two miserable men. I mean, that's just misery waiting to happen. There's probably, I could go on and on, but it's no shock that Bobby Knight is a Donald Trump supporter. And Bobby Knight, if he was going to be at the inauguration, he can get everyone fired up. If they don't really like what they're saying, if they don't buy into it, he can grab a chair, throw it into the crowd, ding somebody over the head. With Bobby Knight, he's another one that's going to be unpredictable. So those are just some of the people that I've looked online and gotten some information as to them being Trump supporters. But really what it all boils down to is right now people are staying away from Donald Trump. And there's people, it's alleged that people are staying away because they don't want to ruin their careers. They don't want to ruin possible endorsements, things of that nature. But why don't people just take a step back and look at it and say, you know what, maybe people are staying away from Donald Trump because they just don't agree with his views. They don't agree with his homophobic emphasis. They don't agree with his portrayal of the disabled. Some of the information that he shared and spewed about African Americans, things that have occurred at his rallies during his candidacy, things of that nature. Maybe, just maybe, people don't agree with the man. So before people want to jump on the bandwagon and say, well, they're un-American and they're staying away because they're worried about their careers, maybe, just maybe, they're worried about their livelihood as far as their life, what they have to bring to the table, and is it something that they really believe in? And as I look at the list of people that have rejected overtures from the Trump transition team and his inauguration team, people like Beyonce and others, they just don't agree with who the man is. So that's just something to take into consideration. Me personally, I think if he gets any of these people that we just discussed earlier and some of the other people that have been to alleged reportedly being Trump supporters, I would say, you know what? Sign me up. Where can I get a ticket to jump on aboard that Hot Mess Express? Because that is a flaming train of garbage coming into the station. And I would love to be there when it hits. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I give it to you straight, no chaser. Thanks for tuning in.